Helldivers 2 Technical Director addresses anti-cheat concerns. Hi everyone, my name is Peter Lindgren and I'm the Technical Director of Helldivers 2. I've been making games at Arrowhead since the Magica days and I've been involved in every game we've released to date. I will do my best in this post to address the concerns and confusion that's come up recently regarding the choice of anti-cheat software in Helldivers 2. So, let's start off with the more urgent questions. Is GameGuard a kernel-level, administrative privilege anti-cheat? Yes, GameGuard is a kernel-level, aka rootkit, anti-cheat. Most anti-cheat run at kernel level, especially all of the popular ones. It's unfortunately one of the more effective ways to combat cheating. There are some anti-cheat systems that can run in user mode, but they are much less effective and tend to be cracked very quickly, resulting in widespread cheating. No, GameGuard does not collect any personally identifiable information, and doing so would be a GDPR and ORDPA nightmare as well. I can speak from experience that we're all bending over backwards to be compliant with these regulations. On a more technical note, GameGuard is scanning the running processes, applications, for malicious software and attempts to block such software from manipulating the game client. Will GameGuard reduce the performance of my PC? GameGuard is only active while the game is running, and after thousands of hours of testing we've not noticed any noteworthy degradations of performance on our developer and QA workstations. And the big one that needs plenty of context. Helldivers 2 is a co-op/PvP game, why do we even need anti-cheat? That's a great question, and there's two related but separate points to it. First, we want everyone to have a great time playing Helldivers 2, with friends, ex-friends or randoms. What we've seen in some of our and others' games is that rampant cheating tends to have a very negative effect on the participants' openness to playing, especially with randoms. There's an anecdote from Helldivers 1 I'd like to share. When we released Helldivers 1 on PC there was effectively no anti-cheat implemented. Additionally, Helldivers 1 uses a peer-to-peer networking model, and that means, from a security perspective, each game client will blindly trust each other. Shortly after release we noticed there was a cheat going around which granted 9,999 research samples. Unfortunately, any non-cheaters in the same mission would also be granted 9,999 research samples. These non-cheating players now had their entire progression ruined through no fault of their own. We were able to deal with a lot of these early issues without using a third-party solution, but it took a lot of work, and most of it was done reactively. Incidentally, Helldivers 2 also uses a peer-to-peer networking model, but this time around we're trying to be more proactive and make sure everyone can play the intended experience. Second is the Galactic War. There's this huge metagame going in the cloud which all players, and game clients, participate in. Even though we have other countermeasures in place, a cracked game client could make it easier to disrupt the Galactic War, which would sour everyone's experience. As a final note, on an open platform like PC it's not possible to stop cheating from ever happening. Someone with the skills, dedication and resources will ultimately succeed. The point of anti-cheat is to make it more difficult and time-consuming to develop cheats. Needless to say, we will be keeping a very close eye for any issues that may be encountered at release.